Welcome to the Oven Gleaner's World podcast, helping you navigate oven cleaning as a business, marketing tips, interviews, and agar cooking tips and news. Now, here's your host, Graham Rogers.
It's Graham Rogers, the founder of Oven Gleaners, the oven cleaning franchise, and in this episode I'm going to talk about pricing. So pricing a job for a oven cleaning business. So when I started back in April of 2004, that's my first job I ever did. My target was to turn over £200 plus VAT per day. So I was actually VAT registered when I started. That's unusual really for an oven cleaning business, but it was my old IT consultancy company. I was an IT consultant, freelancer, and I VAT registered that business when I was doing the freelance work, and I used that same limited company as the company for my oven cleaning company. So I was VAT registered. So my target was £200 plus VAT a day, so £240. And when I looked at pricing, somebody at that time actually mentioned to me that he'd been oven cleaning in his business. He had a cleaning business, and he had been doing oven cleans as well as part of that business a few years early. So we're talking about maybe late 90s, and he'd been charging, he said, an oven clean is 50 quid. So when I started, I thought, well, 50 quid, I'm going to go in a bit cheaper, because I had the opinion, which most people have when they start, the way I'm going to get most customers is by charging the less or undercutting my competitors. In effect, I didn't have any competitors when I started. Well, saying that, I started in Taunton. There wasn't an Avenue franchise locally. I never found out what he charged actually. I remember phoning him up a couple of times to get quotes, but we never got to him actually give me a price, because I was phoning him up to get a price from ARG, and I don't think he did ARG. Anyway, but so I started in Taunton in 2004. I had an Avenue guy locally, and when I was out putting out leaflets in my new business in 2004, I discovered a Kookaburra franchise as well. He just started. So I had a couple of competitors, but I can't really remember actually looking at their pricing. I just thought, well, the price is going to be about £35 for a single. So that's when I started off as £35, £40 for a single. I can't remember exactly what it was now. But so to get my target of £240 a day, obviously I had to do 5 jobs or more already. I think the average spend, although I say the single oven job was priced at £40, the average spend, so if you worked out the average spend per customer when they made a booking, it was around about £50. So my target in the day was to do between 4 and 5 jobs, and we built the business up, and within 18 months I'd got to that target. So 18 months later I was doing 5 jobs a day, and I was booked 5 weeks in advance, and that's when we took our first employee on. So I took the employee on, still charging the same prices, nothing changed, and it wasn't until 2008 when we had a business coach. First thing he did was look at the prices, and he said, lay out all your costs and everything, and we actually worked out that the cost of getting a van. By this time in 2008 we'd taken on employees, and we had 4 employees. So you've got to look at all the costs of the business as a whole and work out exactly how much it costs to get the van to the job. And we worked out the cost, and the cost was more than the cost of a single clean. So I think it was around about £42. That was how much it cost to get to a job. So obviously we weren't making any money. We're probably making money on the bigger jobs, but on all the small jobs, which we were getting quite a lot of, we just weren't making any money. So the first thing we did was increase the prices, and then since then, over the years, we've increased our price, and we've emphasised the value of the work we do, and we now obviously charge more. And I don't think we're the cheapest around. There are some who are more expensive than us, but now when people book in, the average spend is £100 per job, and our target now is similar to what it used to be. I'd say similar. I'd say our target's probably about £300 now a day, and so that means we only need to do 3 jobs. And another way of looking at pricing, if you look at your margin on a job, so say you were charging £45 for a single oven, and your actual cost of getting you there was between £25 and £30, then you are making £15 on the job. But if you increased it to £60, that means you would obviously make twice your margin on one job, which means you'd have to do half the number of jobs in a day. So it really does make a difference. By increasing the margin, you don't have to do so many jobs, you don't have to work so hard. So that's really something to think about. Okay, so that's Graham Rogers from Oven Gleamers talking about pricing.
Thank you for listening to the Oven Gleamers World Podcast. If you have enjoyed it, please subscribe. Please tell all your friends and join us for our next episode.